So which one can you be doing? Bangles, be doing bangles. Let's check. I think it has come up now. Hey. Welcome everyone. Hello. Welcome everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to my live stream. If you're just joining in, hello everyone. Please let me know where you're watching me from. If you can watch me watching from, if you're watching me from anywhere, please. It's almost time. Oh yeah. Yes, live. Today we are going to be having a guest, and trust me, today is going to be wonderful. So just in case you're just joining, my name is Miss Blessing, and this is I. Okay. Okay, so if you're just joining in, welcome to my live stream. My name is Miss Blessing, and this is I Teach with Miss B. I was trying to set up for all of you so that you guys could join. All right, so welcome to my live stream. I'm available, ready. I hope you're ready. If you're just joining in, yes, if you're just joining in, please go ahead, click on the like, subscribe, and share button. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button for me. Yes, so today we're going to be streaming from Zoom and then our guest is going to join us. The reason why we're doing this is because he is going to be sharing his screen and he's going to be showing us step-by-step practical tips. Like I said, on this channel, we give live updates. Yes. So just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Blessing, and this is I Teach with Miss B. I have this channel is to help teachers thrive and grow. Please, if you're just watching or you're just joining, go ahead, tell me who is watching. Say hi in the comments section. We said we're going to do this today. So those of you that joined my live was it on Monday or on Tuesday? Yes, I said I was going to be giving a shout. Hi, Glory B. Hello, Glory B. How are you doing today? So yes, I'm sure we are ready. We're getting all pumped up for this. I'm so excited. I can't wait to start. I can't wait to bring our guest on. Our guest is ready for us, and he said he's going to be showing us practical tips. And just in case you don't know, our guest is Mr. Emmanuel, and he is going to be showing us, or he's going to be helping us out in everything that we're going to be doing today. He's going to be sharing his screen. He's going to be teaching us how you can plan your lessons, sites you could go to plan your lessons, and how you can put that into your classes. Okay. Sorry, give me a moment. I'm going to be with you in a few minutes. I want to share the link to everyone so they get to join. So please click on the share button, click on the like button. Please go ahead. We are live already. Tell people that we are already live. So I'm just going to give a little, I'm just going to wait a little bit for everyone to join so that we are in right order. Yeah. So just in case you're new here, I recently, a lot of people have been asking me how they can actually teach online. Someone was even asking me if he was to if he was to share his lesson plan, like maybe do a demo or an intro video, that if he was to do his lesson plan, how was he or how is he going to do it? Is he going to share on a whiteboard and all of that? And I was like, no, you're not sharing on a whiteboard. You have to do everything digitally, right? So you're teaching the child abroad, so whatever you're sharing, your screen should be digital. The Zoom, whatever you're using, whether it's Zoom or Google Meet or what's it called, Wove, any of the platforms you're using to teach should show what you're sharing. Okay, so your slide is going to be on your system, your OneNote is going to be on your system. You could use phone could work, but it depends. So please, if you're just joining, please tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. I want to use these few minutes to get settled and settle everyone in. Please tell me where you're watching from. I'm streaming from Port Harcourt. But our guest is going to be streaming for Lagos. Yes, and this is a digital world, right? So we can stream from anywhere in the world. Someone even reached out to me from the Caribbean island today. So you should get ready. Everyone should just get ready. Today is going to be absolute fun. Please, if you're just joining, tell me where you're watching from in the chat. Hi, Preacher Roots. Hi, hello. Welcome to my live stream. Preacher Roots, welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you here. I'm looking forward to seeing you or looking forward to hearing from you. Please tell me in the chat if you are a teacher or if this is your first time actually here. Please tell me if you're a teacher in the chat. And if you do, what classes do you teach? Do you teach in physical classroom or outside? I'm watching from Abuja, your favorite student. Oh, hey, my students. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so streaming from Ghana. Are you serious, sir? Sir Arimetis. I can't pronounce the name. Forgive me. Hey, hi Zara. Hey, the people that I know that joined my live stream I said I was going to give them a shout out. Hello, Zara. Ooh, I think I can give a reaction. Let me see if I can give you a reaction here. Zara, thank you for joining again. Thank you for joining my live. Get seated, please. Get popcorn. Get popcorn. Get Coke. Just sit down. Sit down and prepare for this blessing, because today you guys are going to have it. They have very, very good information that, trust me, you will use to try, whether you're a physical classroom teacher or an online teacher. You are going to use it to try. Okay, you said you are a teacher. Oh, that's nice. Arihenius. Let me see. I don't know if that's the pronunciation of the name, but please let me not bite my tongue. Okay, so you say you're a teacher. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button. Our guest is going to be here in a few minutes. In the next 15 minutes, we're going to have our guest here. I just want everyone to get in and get settled in. Our live might take a while, but don't worry, it's going to still be available for restreaming. So please click on the like button, share button. In fact, send the link. Click on the share, and send the link to your teacher friends. Tell them that whatever it is that Ms. Blessing is going to be sharing today, they are going to need it. Thank you, Preacher Ruth, for joining. My favorite student from Abuja. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zara. Oh, I think Zara was the second person to purchase my book when it came out. Thank you, Zara. Thank you for purchasing, and I hope you're learning a lot from that book. I dropped some very deep nuggets in that book. If you follow that book, bumper to bumper, the instruction, the way it is, trust me, you're going to soar. All right, so if you're just joining in, yes, I can see some people are joining in. Please go ahead, tell me where you're watching from. Click on the like button, subscribe button. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm just going to do something briefly. The reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of teachers have come to me and they keep on asking how they can navigate the online space, right? It's like I said, when you teach in the physical classroom, it's way different from when you teach in the online classroom. And sometimes we get overwhelmed with the whole thing. How do you plan your lessons? How do you make your lessons engaging? Okay, so Zara said you're most welcome. All right, thank you so much. So you get to wonder how to plan your lessons, how to make your lessons engaging, how to bring people in, like how to get your students to relate with you in the course of your lessons. And sometimes you get confused. There are a lot of sites that you could go to, but we don't even know these resources are even open to us and the places that we can actually go to get these resources, right? So that's what we're going to be sharing today. I'm going to be sharing, or the guest is going to be sharing, how you can plan your lesson, step-by-step guide, creating slides, whatever it is that is needed. He's going to be giving you a step-by-step guide for over an hour. So when I say get your popcorn and get seated. Get your popcorn and get seated, because it's going to be something that you are going to enjoy and learn from. Again, another reason why I'm doing this is because some of us don't even know how to create our slides. Some of us don't know that these slides are available to us in everything on the internet, or the things that we're looking for are on the internet and they're quite free, right? But we don't know how to get them. We don't know how to get them. I know I've shared some of them with us in the course of my live videos or other videos that I'm doing. I've shared some of them with us, but it's not enough just like that, right? We need to have more information. We need to know how to create the slide. What should be after each slide? Should the slides just be teaching all through, and then after like 30 minutes of you teaching, you're going to your activity or your whiteboard to do the activity? Or should it be an interactive section? Or how do you get the attention? So these are the things that we're going to be looking at today. These are the things that we're going to be looking at today. You know, in the physical classroom, we could go ahead, just teach, and then when we're done teaching, we'll just move on from there. Please, if you're just joining, go ahead, click on the like, subscribe, and share button. I'm still having 0 like. Please like my video. Like my video. The information I want to drop is not an information that you will not like video. Please like the video. Okay. All right. So if you're just joining in, tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from as well, and tell me what you are looking forward to learning from this live stream. Just look at the topic from lesson plans to live classes. Tell me what you think you're going to learn, or what you're hoping to learn. I would love to see us. Let's chat a little bit before our guest comes in a few minutes. What do you hope to learn? Please go ahead, share with me. In the course of this live stream, what do you hope to learn? What do you hope to get? What are your expectations? Yes, what are your expectations from this live stream? Please go ahead, let me know. Yes, and if you're just joining, please chat with me. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know where people are watching me from, because it helps the algorithm as well. I want to know how many people or the countries I'm reaching out to. Like now, I'm in Ghana. I'm in Abuja. I can see some people from Abuja. I can see some people from Ghana. So tell me where you're watching from. Even if you're in the Caribbean, please go ahead. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you're a teacher. Tell me if you want, yeah. Tell me what you hope to get from this live stream, and then let's move on from there. Teaching online is, again, just I say so is because it's flexible, you have your timing, you're able to arrange some things for yourself and all of that. So it is a very big plus to you if you're teaching online. So just in case you are thinking of where to start from or how to navigate, my YouTube videos are there for everyone. Bloomed Unilag, you just wrote A. Please go ahead, give me a full sentence. Give me a full sentence, please. Go ahead. Like I said, it is a big flex. It is a big flex for you. You'll be able to arrange your time. Okay, online tutor from hello, Bloom Unilag, online tutor from Lagos. That's nice. That's nice. You see, I'm in Abuja, I'm in Lagos, I'm in Ghana. I have 3 places that I'm in now. I love this so much. Okay, so go ahead, tell me what you hope to learn in today's class. Let's see if let's set our goals. This is one thing we usually do in our classes, in our teaching class, right? We set goals at the beginning of the class, and at the end, we'll now ask ourselves, were we able to meet up with the goals? Okay, so let's go ahead. Tell me what you hope to get at the end of this live stream. In a few minutes, let's go ahead. Tell me what you hope to get at the end of the live stream. Tell me your expectations. I want to know your expectation. Let me know your expectation. Do you want to learn how to plan your lessons? Do you want to learn how to teach in class? Do you want to learn the sites that you will get your lessons from? Go ahead, share with Ms. Blessing just before we go ahead to start. And like I said, I'm big on teachers' growth. I'm big on teachers moving forward or thriving. Teachers have suffered a lot. Let's be honest. We have suffered a lot. We hardly even have money. to even feed. Because before you even think of buying laptop, unless you're working in one very big school, trust me, the pay teachers pay is really, really poor. And that's why when I explored teaching online and I found out that it was a big money market, I said I was going to share this. Initially, I was doing it on my LinkedIn. I was just posting info on my LinkedIn. But then I thought of it. I didn't even think of it. It was a friend, my friend, this girl with V that you can see here, reached out to me and told me, "Do you know that you can do a YouTube?" And I was like, And then all of a sudden, I said, "Let me just give it a try." And this is it. Channel is growing. Thank you, 500 subscribers. I really appreciate this. Please tell me where you're watching from. In the next few minutes, our guest is going to be here with us in the next few minutes. Let me just send him a message that he could join in a few minutes' time. Please, I'm still waiting to see your expectation. We can't double tap. Oh, we can't double tap to drop a like because of the streaming format. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. But I think you can click on the like button, right? Please just click on the like. We can't click on the like button. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I thought that there was. Okay, no problem. No problem. Maybe because I'm streaming from Zoom. It's probably because I'm streaming from Zoom, and that's why it's like that. So apologies if you can't like the video, but at least we're going to be learning. Bloom Unigas, I'm looking forward to seeing how to deliver lessons online effectively. Nice one, nice one. Don't worry, you're going to get that. Like I said, let's set our goals. Let's set our goals. Let's see if at the end of the lesson training, the goal is we're going to meet up to the goal that we are expecting. Zin Nkamas, oh, baby Zin. Zin said, I hope to learn how to plan lessons effectively. You are going to learn how to plan. See, Zin, this particular lady here. Let me give you a little bit of her story. I was the one that trained her. When I trained her, she just finished school, oh, but trust me, the money she's making, anywhere you see Zin, bill her. She's making a lot of money tutoring online. She's not done, she has not entered university. Oh. She just finished secondary school, but she's teaching online and she's making money. So if you are saying because you don't have a particular degree, that's why you cannot teach online, that's a lie. Zin Nkama is making money. Anywhere you could see her, you should bill her. You should bill her very well. She's one of my trainees. All right. Preacher Ruth say no like button. Oh, sorry, that's because of the streaming, the way I streamed it. Don't worry, by the time I restream, you'll be able to like it. If you're using a phone, you might not see a like button, but if you're using a laptop, you might see a like button. But don't worry, don't be dismayed. We're still moving forward. So instead of you liking now, I want you to chat with me. Please chat with me. Bloom Junilag said, also some free websites I can leverage to make mathematics class engaging across all levels. Don't worry, the person that is coming in is a mathematics specialist, so you're going to see all of those things from him as well. All right. He's going to be joining in the next 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Let's see. Let me send him a message to join. Okay, so go ahead, please. Zin said, hey, oh, Bloom Unilag is asking Zin, make I press my answer. Please press it to her. Ask her very well. Please ask her. Please ask her. You then press it, send it to her. Send it. Hi, Naomi. Naomi is another person that joined my previous live. Hello. I said I was going to give you a shout out. Shout out to Naomi. Naomi, thank you for joining my live stream. Welcome. It's good to have you here again. Yes. So please, I was telling everyone, tell me where you're watching from. Tell me the country, the city you're watching from, and also tell me what you hope to get at the end of this. Sir Ariane says how to create a professional slide, especially for mathematics. I have mathematics teachers here. Mathematics teachers, where are the English teachers? Are you here? Please, English teachers, help us. So what do you want to learn? Thank you for sharing that. Please, let's go ahead, share our goals before our guest joins in. So we get to see what he has for us. Okay, let's get to see what he has for us and all the things that are necessary that we may do. We are ready for him. So please, all I want you to do is pay good attention. Okay, if you need to get a pen and paper that you used to write, go ahead, get a pen and paper. Like I said, this is the live training section. Okay, this is a live training section, and we are going to be learning a lot. So please get your pen, get your paper if you need it. He's going to be joining in a few minutes time, and I really trust that at the end of this meeting today, everyone is going to what's it called, achieve their goals or meet their goals and all of that. Okay, so sorry, give me a moment, everyone. We're going to no, join the, okay, so he's coming in now. I want him to join in quickly. So everyone, please get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. He's going, okay, he's here. Okay, so he's here. And well, let me even give, should I use drum roll? Should I use reaction? He's one of my bosses, so please, when he comes in, he's one of my bosses. People can just leave a comment, tell him welcome. He's a in fact, he's one of the professionals that I look up to. Hello, 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 Mr.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good day, everyone, for wherever you're joining us. I think Ms. B is currently offline because of the network. Can everyone hear me? Okay, am I being heard? Just send a message on, let me see the chat if you can hear me clearly. Okay, Ms. B is back.
Hello, Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear me? Sorry, we're in Nigeria. That's one of the things we usually face. Can you hear me, Mr. Emmanuel?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Welcome, welcome. I'm so sorry. I got a little bit of internet. That's one of the things we usually face in our online.
Yeah.
So welcome, Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, do you know that you are one of my mentors? I'm loyal. I'm very sincerely, you're one of the people I look up to. It's not even usually, I always look up to, because you were the one that really taught us how to deliver effective lessons. I think you taught us how to use the OneNote. It was your OneNote I saw first, and I was wondering, I was like, is this how will I learn this thing? But eventually I recorded your videos when you were training us, and then I was able to follow. So Mr. Emmanuel, welcome to my live stream. Okay, welcome to my live stream.
Yeah, thank you.
And you know, yes, I'm big on teacher training, and I'm happy that you're here to do this with us. See, I'm so glad. Don't mind all this talk I'm talking, Louis. So my excitement that is causing it. So I'm too excited. I'm sincerely excited. All right, so please go ahead, tell us a little bit about you before we just go into what we have today. So that our audience gets to know you as well. Okay, sir, go ahead.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. B. I'm excited being in this live stream. Yeah, I've gone through the content on the YouTube channel in the course of the week, and thank you for the job you are doing, training teachers preparing them for the 21st century classroom. Thank you very much. I'm Emmanuel Udo, and I'm a graduate with a degree in industrial physics. Yeah, so I didn't study education, but I just love teaching. So
Okay.
I didn't study education, but I love teaching. So during my service, I served in Lagos King's College, and I was introduced to one of the teachers introduced me to home lessons. So I was going to different homes in Lekki, Chevron, VI, and the pay was very small, but then it was big. I was being paid like 1,500 naira for every class. I have to transport there, return back from that 1,500 naira. So, but
Imagine.
it was big then. I was serving because I was new. I was even thinking the man, yeah. But as time goes on, I move into other platforms like Tutoria, and sometimes I still take classes with Tutoria once in a while. And then, but um, my first introduction to online learning was during the pandemic, the COVID-19. So one of the teachers in King's College, Mr. Shegun, he is my mentor. So he introduced me to using online tools then. That was Microsoft OneNote and some other tools that will make online lesson very effective. And it was quite a learning time for me. So I started using my phone for online classes. So one of the kids I was taking then during the pandemic, the parents chatted me, can I take online? I said yes. So I had to search for Zoom, download it on my laptop, download OneNote to my phone, not laptop, and I started teaching from there. And gradually, I started improving myself until date where the knowledge, there's no one way to teaching. So over the years, looking at expert tutors, looking at mentors, looking at those who have gone ahead, we look, reading books, watching videos, and those are things that have helped me um, in my online space. Currently, I'm doing a postgraduate certificate in education because that's where my passion
Mhm.
is. So I'm doing my
Yeah.
postgraduate certificate in education, specifically focusing in science. And I'm also a data analyst. So I love data. So I I apply the knowledge of data more in educational space, which I believe it's a very important aspect. I believe one of these days, Ms. B will look into the aspects of having a
Yeah. Yeah.
data-driven um,
We're going to do that.
training for educators. Now, but today's focus is more on how we can drive very effective lesson from the planning stage to the point of delivering it in the classroom. Um, One mistake teachers make is teachers believe that the teaching profession is a very easy one until when you want to start planning the class, you discover that. Because the reason is you are meeting different students with
Mhm.
different. So sometimes you are
Background.
taking
Mm.
a group class, right? Where you have different
Mm.
students. Some of them are using different curriculum from different countries and the rest. How do I make my class inclusive? How do I make my class engaging? How do I ensure that students are learning what they are supposed to learn in the online space? So today I'll be sharing my screen and I'll take a new dimension. Most of the things I will be revealing in this will be new because I'm taking a new dimension to this Okay, Ms. B, you allow me to share the screen.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, I wanted to add something before you share your screen. I wanted to add something before you share. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, so I
Yes, I
wanted to
can
add
hear you.
something to what you said. When you were talking about your story and all of that, I wanted to add something. People have asked me, must you have degree in education before you teach online? The answer is no. You must not have a degree in education before you teach online. Some people have also asked me, must you study English for you to teach English online? No. The answer is no. Like Mr. Emmanuel rightly said, that he did not study education. He doesn't even have a degree in education, not even taught. At least I have education counseling. I can say that. So, but I didn't learn English. I didn't study English, but like I said, someone asked me today, and I told that watch YouTube videos and get yourself prepared, right? So if you're asking that question, you're still here and you're still asking that question, please do not don't think that until you have an education degree before you can teach online, right? Mr. Emmanuel has cleared that air. Yeah, so you can teach online even without an education degree. All you need to show is that you're willing to learn, right? You're willing to learn and all of that. So that's it. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Go ahead, please. You have
Yeah, thank
over
you.
1 hour. Expose us to things that we don't know, sir.
Oh, thank
So
you.
much.
Thank you, Ms. B. Yeah, adding to that, so you don't have to have an educational degree to teach online, and you don't have to study English to teach English, right? One thing for you to be an effective educator, you need to have this hunger, this quest for knowledge, always improving yourself. A teacher that does not seek for professional development, that teacher will remain stagnant while others will just pass. You'll still be in that stage of using what you know right from maybe what you were being taught in
Yeah.
school. You are not developing yourself. So what makes you an effective teacher is you consistently developing yourself. And this is one platform that has been made available for that continuous development. As we engage with the videos and on the channel is a form of development that you may not find in your teaching in the classroom while you are teaching. So that knowledge is very important. I've taught English. I do take English. I have a science background. I studied physics, but I take English even to grade 11. But I do that occasionally. My specialty is in physics. But when there's need to do that, I take the opportunity. So you are not limited by the course you study. Your limitation is actually in your mind,
Your
your
mindset.
mindset. So that is what can limit you as a teacher. So you have a global stage. You have a global stage to help students around the world um, come to their full potential. And that's the opportunity that we have as educators, changing life, inspiring young minds around the world. So today I'm going to focus on the principles of instruction. And these 10 principles of instructions I'm going to share will guide our lesson planning and delivering of lessons for online classes. So these principles of instruction was done by one cognitive scientist. He's a cognitive psychologist. It's
Okay.
called Barak Rosenshine. So we call it the Rosenshine principle of instruction. These principles are been found to be very effective, and that's what I'll be exposing us to today. I've watched expert tutors, teachers, and one thing I've seen, those who apply this principle, they produce one of the best students. Now, there's this educator I've read, his name is Limo. Limo uh, discovered that his students are not doing well in class. But what he did is that he went to study how expert tutors, educators delivered their lessons. and he came back, apply that principles, and he saw the massive results in the achievement of his students in exams. And he came up with this story and said, teaching is not an innate ability. It is something that you develop as a teacher. So you develop this teaching skill is not something that anybody is born with. It is something that we develop. So I'm going to start with this. Can everyone see my screen? All right, great. All right, I believe my screen is being shared. So this is from lesson plan to live classes. We'll be using the Rosenshine's principles of instruction to help us in our lesson planning. Now, so this is what we will be achieving at the end of this training today. We'll explore evidence-based teaching strategies. And this is gotten from principles that have been proven time and time again to be effective in enhancing student learning. We'll do some real practice on creating effective lesson and how we can arrange these resources on OneNote to engage our students in the class. Okay, Ms. B.
About that, sorry. Internet issues. Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right, sir, go ahead.
All right, thank you. So if you grant me access again to share.
Okay, I have to grant you access. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. So host can share. Okay. All right, please go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead. Let me make you co-host so that you can easily share even if I go off.
Okay.
Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead, sir.
So these are what we'll be covering more. So we'll be looking at these 10 principles called the Rosenshine's principle of instruction. These principles are very important for creating effective lesson plan and then employing these lesson plans in the classroom. Very, very important. And some of us who've practiced this, we may not know, even in our online classes, some may have not used this strategy before. Now, let's get into it. I will not spend much time. Now, I'm just giving the overview of this, and I will encourage, after this class, go and research on these principles and try to apply them in your online classes. It is open. You can search for them online. Pardon?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to say that if they have questions, they can also ask in the chat.
Yeah.
They can use the chat to ask questions.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So this is the Rosenshine's principle of instruction. We have 10 of these principles of instruction that we are going to look at in today's training. So, and these principles of instruction are they are actually from cognitive science perspective on how students learn. And it is based on research that have been done decades ago and have been implemented in a classroom and found to be very, very effective. So it's very easy to integrate these principles into the online lesson. I've implemented this, and this is very, very effective. Very, very effective. I've entered some online classes. I've seen the structure of how the notes was arranged, the slides was arranged, and I already know that the student will struggle to understand, to follow this. Now, the first principle is,
that's true.
Begin your lesson with a review of previous learning. This is very key. Begin your lesson with a review of what the students have known before. Now, this is very important because you'll be able to adapt your lesson based on the outcome of this review. For example, I want to teach a topic on quadratic equation. Before I start this, I need to review the knowledge that the student is supposed to have known before this class. Imagine me teaching quadratic equation and my student does not know how to solve simple equation. Now, the child will struggle to follow that topic, right? So, what will I do as an educator? I enter the class, I've prepared my lesson, but from the review of prior learning, I discovered that there's a wide gap. That is where adaptive teaching strategy comes in. You don't go to start that topic until you've settled what the child needs to be successful in the topic that you want to teach. There's much work done on adaptive teaching. Now, we know educators believe that every child or every student have their learning preference. They say some are kinesthetic, some are they learn using video, and some so we have different, but research have proven that differentiated learning is not effective. That every student, even though they have preference to a particular type of learning, but every student learn the same way. So there's now a shift from differentiated learning into the adaptive learning strategies. So every teacher, whether in a school or in the online space, how do I adapt my lesson to the current state of the students I have in my class? If I'm doing a one-on-one class, how do I adapt my lesson to that child based on the current state of the child? That is the first principle. So preview, and that's where the starter comes in. The starter activity. So the starter activity is not really, let me say, for me, starter activity is not for that topic I want to teach that day. The starter activity is for the previous topic. It could be what the child have learned in previous class. 5 questions can come in, 4 questions from that. Very short question that the child can answer within 5 minutes. This is for retrieval practice. And that retrieval is very important aspect of children learning. How people learn, the way adults learn is quite different from the way children learn. And we're going to see that how we're going to apply this in designing our lesson. The second principle is present new materials in small steps, and that's what we call chunking. As I said, I've seen slides loaded with so many things. In the Nigerian classroom, you see a whole board, like the whiteboard is filled with writings. That is cognitive overload. There is a theory called the cognitive load theory that explains that the human brain is divided into two, basically the working memory and the long-term memory. The working memory is like limited, so it can store limited information, and that's the one we need at the moment for what we are doing at the moment. That's the short-term memory. But how do students learn and transfer the information in their short-term memory, which is called the working memory that is limited, into the long-term memory? That is where these strategies come in. How we can help students make that transition from what they have in their working memory and then into the long-term memory. That's why that first principle is more of retrieval practice, practicing what they know before. And this is very, very, very important in the classroom. A student learns something in the classroom, give the child work. Now, I've taken some students, they did excellently well in the class, but in tests, they perform woefully. Why? Because there's this neglect of retrieval practice. So everything the child learned was just in the working memory. There's no practice to actually build schemas. So schemas are interconnectedness of knowledge. So what the child learns, how can the schema be developed that new concepts can be learned from previous knowledge? Now, the way we learn is actually when we relate new things to what we already know, it's easier to follow and understand. And this is very, very important when designing lessons and coming online. Because of time, let's check the third principle: ask questions frequently. How effective are the questions we ask in class? Now, these questions we ask are for checking the understanding of students per time. So I've noticed most classes, the teacher is the one talking. So like maybe 10 minutes to the end of the class or 15 minutes to the end of the class, the teacher now gives work, classwork, and then the students solve. By then, everything is just scattered in the child's brain.
Yeah.
So at every stage of the lesson, effective questioning should follow. At every stage, not waiting to the end of the class when you've finished teaching, so you want to access the child. No. If I say, okay, let's say I'm teaching a topic in, let's say, physics on electricity. I've defined what electricity is, I've defined what current is, I've given an example. Now, at every stage of my topic, I access student understanding before moving into the next concept. Now, let's practice this. I've been talking too much. Everybody is listening. So, on the chart, I want everyone to give me 3 principles that we've learned so far on the principle of instruction by sunshine.
Please, people should not call my hand though. In the chat, what are the 3 principles that we've learned so far? Richard Roots, Bloom the Lag, Miss Zin Nkama. I'm calling everybody's name out now. Jide Sachs. Oh, amazing teacher. Nice that you're here. Mrs. Naomi, please go ahead. Tell me 3 principles that he has taught so far. Let's go in the chat. People should not fall my hand though. Hey, let's go ahead. Please tell us 3 principles that he has taught so far in the chat. So this is just a practical of what he has been saying, that sometimes when you teach and talk for a long time, what you have taught might just go up. But please, no one should fall my hand. Go ahead, tell me the 3 principles. Mrs. Adeze, I know you are here. Please go ahead. Tell us 3 principles that you've learned so far in the chat. Please, let's use the chat. Let's use the chat. He has taught three principles now. Okay. Sir Ahena says, begin your lessons with a review. Thank you so much. That's correct. Yes, let's go ahead. 3 principles. See, some people are following. Some people are following. Mr. Emmanuel, some people are following you. Hey, that's nice. All right, go ahead. I'm waiting. 3 principles you've learned so far. Let me even give him a reaction. Thank you so much. That was very, very good. That was good. All right. 3 principles we've learned so far. Only one person has answered. Hey, Mr. Emmanuel, there's problem.
Yeah,
only one person has answered. Where is everybody? 2, present new materials in small steps. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Ms. Naomi says, review, allow the students to ask questions. Yeah, I see. Are you allowing the student to ask questions, or you're the one asking the students question? Okay. So Arena says, ask questions frequently. Very good. See, this you have gotten our this is he's watching from Ghana, Mr. Emmanuel. Sir Arrhenius is watching from Ghana. So he's following you step by step. So we have one very active student that's following us step by step. Thank you for giving us a question. Mrs. Naomi, you tried. You were really, really close, but you gave us 2, and the third one you gave us was not the exact thing, but you really tried. Please go ahead. If you're just joining in, please click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, and we are making this practical. Like I said, we're trying to make this practical. So please do not feel overwhelmed when you're being asked questions, because if you are being asked questions, that means you're following. Okay. So, Mr. Emmanuel, someone has given us 3 answers. Are we moving forward, or you want more people to give us answers? Let's know.
Go ahead. It's part of because that's what we really find in the real classroom, especially when in a group class dealing with students, or in the physical classroom in school. Now, the first principle, reviewing previous learning. Now, from what the answers students have provided, the teacher is able to know the current state of the children, or the student or students, and then if from the answers provided there are misconceptions, the teacher settles those misconceptions and then brings everyone to the same level before beginning the topic for the day. And as we can see, we just saw some of those from this practice that we did. So don't load students with too much information at a time. Learning will not take place. So in Nigeria, we believe that the more bulky a note is, that shows that we are. Like I used to, when I was teaching in the classroom, then if you check my physics notes, it's bulky. And that's what parents want to see, that the note is bulky. But how effective is that strategy for learning? So we've just discussed the first 3 principles. I'm going back as we've been reviewing that again. So we've talked about begin the lesson by reviewing previous learning, present new material in chunks, break them into manageable steps, chunking it, smaller bits, not bringing everything at once, in small bits, so that the student will not be overwhelmed. In other words, you are removing the cognitive overload the student. Then effective questioning is very important in getting to see how students understand the concepts in engaging students. So as we ask questions, get student answer questions, and we give them immediate feedback.
Yes, very
So
important.
if a child answers the question correctly, well done. If a child answers it wrongly, you don't just say, ah, no, that answer was wrong. No, help the child be able to answer it. Even if it's wrong, that's where scaffolding comes in. Oh, I give a question on how to solve a simple linear equation. Oh, the child did the first step correctly, but missed the second step. As a teacher, you scaffold it for the child without providing direct answer. You can ask prompting question, why did you do this like this?
Yes.
What was the reason behind doing this like this? Do you remember this thing we did in that example? How did we do it? So there's what we call metacognition. Metacognition is thinking about your thinking. And that's a strategy to help students think. So it's not just giving the student answer. The students are thinking about what they are thinking. So in their thoughts, they are processing everything and thinking through it before even. So they are already making judgment based on the reflections they are having in their mind. So they are thinking through. And learning actually takes place at that place of thinking. And that's when information from the working memory is being transferred to the long-term memory. As you will agree with me that the thing you remember now are the things that you consistently think about. If
That's
you learn
true.
something now, and after this class, those who think on this and review it and try to bring their own thoughts into what we are doing, in the next 1 month, they will remember the concept. But after this
That's true.
class, this training, those who just left it like this, not thinking, not applying the concept, everything just vaporizes because of that. So thinking is very, and that is where the questioning comes, effective questioning. So when preparing lessons as a teacher, you pre-plan the questions you will ask students. Some of those questions will not be directly on the board or on those questions comes as you
Like,
engage students, or maybe from student answer a question is coming like that, just to engage their thinking process. So because of time, this is an activity that we're supposed to do um, in groups, and group work has been found to be very effective as collaborative classroom where students begin to share ideas, where students begin to work collaboratively. Learning is taking place. But we'll not be able to do that in this training because most people are not on the Zoom platform. So, but this is an activity you can do later on your own, or maybe in your school. For those who can actually do this thing in your school and bring other teachers to the point of delivering effective lesson. So this is what you can consider. What will students need to recall? That should be included in the starter activity, what you want them to recall. How will you check everyone understands? What common error will emerge from the answers students are providing? So then you can provide your strategy to another person, which we are unable to do. But we'll move into principle 4 to 6.
Okay.
This is where scaffolding takes place.
Maybe in our
Very,
next
very
training we'll
important.
do it on Zoom so that we can do breakout room.
Yeah,
Sorry,
very
Mr. Emmanuel. I said maybe in our next training we'll just do it on Zoom so that we can share, we can put everyone in breakout room so that I love practicals. So that will work in our next training. Yes. So that's what we'll just do. Okay, sir, go ahead. Please, if you're just joining, please click on subscribe button. Okay, thank you. All right, sir, go ahead. And please drop your questions. So drop your question. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, you have the floor now.
All right, thank you. So the fourth principle is provide models. These models could be, if you're teaching mathematics, that's where worked example come in. If you're doing science, demonstrating the process, you model what you want the student to do. If you're teaching writing in English, you model rewriting. So it's not you display a scripted writing that have been written. If we're teaching a child how to write, start the writing with the child. You are writing everything like it's not written before. The thought process is being explained. The child is seeing the thought process, what the teacher is thinking. I'm writing about maybe a visit to a museum, and as you are thinking, the child is seeing your thought process. You are modeling this. So the child begins to have idea that, oh, writing is not just a straightforward process. You make errors, you correct the errors, you read your draft, you correct, arrange. The child is seeing all those things. And then it begins to see that, oh, I must not be perfect to write. Great writers write a particular piece over and over again and correct it until they see what they need. So this is modeling so you model what you expect and this has to be done consistently. Any habits are things that are done on a consistent basis. So the things you want to see in your student or in your classroom must be something you do consistently. In the subconscious, the child begins to learn that without even knowing. So they're building good habits, and it's a way that will help the child to learn or the student to learn. So that is one, provide model. That's principle 5, saying give a guided practice. Now, all these are scaffolding processes. Support students as they try, provide immediate feedback to them. So you give scaffolding and gradually remove that scaffolding until the child becomes independent. So they start independently, continue the task. So but most time, teachers believe that as I teach now, the child is supposed to get it. So no scaffolding provided for the child. So if your child misses a step, you see one big zero there or question mark. From the scaffolding provided, the child begins to, oh, this is where I missed it. This is what I need to do to get it right. Another example comes, you see that particular step, the child will definitely pass that step. Then you check for the understanding, assess all students and reteach when necessary.
Very important.
Reteach when you don't go to a new topic when 70 to 80% of your students don't know the current one. So where are we running to? We want to cover the curriculum, and at the end, when students sit for exam, you see 20% passing your subject. You actually taught the curriculum, but there was no learning taking place. Checking for understanding is very, very important everything, and that is where the question of formative assessment and assessment of learning. Last week, I had the training on assessment, the assessment for learning and assessment of learning. Assessment for learning is the formative assessment, the one you do on a daily basis. The assessment of learning is the summative, the one done at maybe at the end of a topic to check the understanding, or the one, the midterm test we have in school that's submitted, or the end of term exam, or the WAEC, NECO, JAM. Those are all summative assessment. But if there is problem with the formative assessment, then you have problem with having a good result from the summative assessment that you're going to give the student. And this man's work is very, very, Dylan Williams, he talked on this assessment for learning very, very well. And his strategies are very, very effective. Now, so on the chart.
Sorry, Mr. Emmanuel, if you can. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Emmanuel, if you can, also give us the name of the man so I can put it in the chat for everyone too. So okay. You can type it in for me so I can put it in the chat. All right. Please, I hope everyone is following. We are moving to the next point. Okay.
So on the chart, everyone will discuss 6 points, but the last 3 points, point 4 to point 6, principle 4 to principle 6. I want to see your understanding on the chart. What are those principles we've discussed so far? 4 to 6. 4 to 6.
And okay, then, we have come again. 1, 2, 3. Now we're doing 4, 5, 6. Yes.
And then, not just, I want you to reflect on those principles. How do you think those principles will be effective for you in the class? Let's do that. Be 2 to 3 minutes. Let's see your thoughts on that.
Please, people should not form His Blessing's hand, though. 4 to 6. Everyone, 4 to 6. What are the things he talked about for 4 to 6? We have done 1, 2, 3. Number 1, we said to, number 4, someone said provide. This is our Ghana candidate. I wish I can give you a prize, though. Can I give you a prize? He said, number 4, provide models. Yes, let's go again. What else again? Number 4, provide models. Don't tell me I'm going on. Number 4, provide models. Yes, let's go again. Please, let's go. Yes, I'm still waiting for more answer. Provide models which can be worked. Okay, Bloom Unilag said provide models which can be worked. Examples as a mathematical teacher. Okay. Yes, we're still waiting for, this is number 4. Let's go to number 5, number 6. Yes, what is number 5 and what is number 6? Yes, I'm still waiting. Bloom Unilag, thank you for that correct answer. Thank you, sir. Arrhenius, for that answer. Okay. Number 5, guided practice. Thank you. Guided practice. Mr. Emmanuel, it's like we'll give the best.
Yeah.
We're going to give the best answering student. Yes, I like that. Very important. Yes. All right, let's go again. Who is answering? Yes. Yes, who is answering for me? Number 5. Serena's answered number 5, guided practice. Yes, who is going to answer the next one for me? What's number 6? What is number 6? Please, if you're here, go ahead. I have about 13 people watching, so you should be able to give me these answers to show that we are following. Can't tell me it's only 2 people that are following me from the beginning, no. Please. So you see that Mr. Emmanuel is a practical teacher. As he teaches, we're following. As he teaches, we're following. Yes, number 6. Check understanding. That is assess all students. Check understanding. Okay, Sarena says number 6 is check understanding and assess all students. Okay. Some people are really doing good. They're doing good. They're doing good. See, Mr. Emmanuel, at least we have somebody that is following. We have people that are following. They're actually following, but they will not answer. Please go ahead and answer. Okay, go ahead and give us the answer in the chat. So, while you're still dropping your answers, I think, Mr. Emmanuel, you can continue. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Well done, everyone. And there's one very important principle, that's praise. Praise is a way to motivate students in the classroom. When a child does something good, give that child a praise. It motivates the child. Well done. Aside even the content of what is in the class, if a child is paying attention, well done. Wow, you are showing like such a great interest in the lesson. Just like if a child that has not been doing well before, all of a sudden spark interest, just tell the child, just praise the child. It will motivate that child. And the next will be even want to do more. Those are ways of managing behavior in the classroom. So principle 7 to 10, and this is very, very important. Obtain high success rate. And that's when you know that you've achieved the goal or the objective for that lesson. Ensure 80% success rate during practice. Build confidence and competence. 80% success rate during practice. Very, very important. That is the minimum. If you arrive at this 80%, then it's showing that the class for that lesson is very, very, very effective. So no student should be left behind. If you are doing a group class or in a physical classroom, no child should be left behind. That's the 7th principle. The 8th principle number 8 is provide scaffolds. Now, and scaffolds are like temporary supports we give to learners to enable them come to speed to the level you want them to be. You offer that scaffolding for them, and that scaffolding will not be forever. You offer the scaffolding and gradually you are removing the scaffolding until the child comes to that level you want that child to have. So temporary support, it could be very prompting, can prompt the child on, oh, why are you doing this? What do you need to do next? Have you thought of this? Have you, do you know, can you get the LCM of this? What do the LCM tells you about this? Like this prompts. Then try to that scaffolding, like, okay, maybe they're learning something in the topic photosynthesis. You've given the definition of photosynthesis, and now you want them to be able to define photosynthesis. Some will be able to do that immediately. Some will not be able. How do you scaffold for them? You can scaffold by beginning the first part of the sentence for them. Photosynthesis is a process by green plants use dash from dash to produce dash and dash. is a way of scaffolding. When that is done, you gradually remove those scaffolding until the child is able to define that photosynthesis without any scaffold provided. So when a child is struggling, it doesn't mean that that child cannot understand the topic. It means that the child needs help. That is an adaptive teaching strategy that works very, very well. Now, differentiated learning is saying that I have this number of students in my classroom. Some of them have low understanding. Some of them are high flyers. Some of them are middle flyers. So if I'm giving them instruction for the low achievers, I'm going to provide them with this type of work. For those who are in the middle achievers, I'm going to provide this kind of work for them. For the high flyers, I'm going to provide this. The low flyers will work on this, middle work on this, like that is differentiated learning. But for adaptive learning, everybody is given the same work, but adapted. Within the work, you are seeing the work that somebody who is at that low level will see that in that work. You see the middle in that work. You see for high flyer, but because everybody should move from that low level to the high level. So everybody is doing the same work, but accounting for every student in the classroom. So a child who is able to answer the low level work, scaffolding is provided to move to the next level, gradually remove the scaffolding, move to the next level. That is the adaptive teaching strategy. And that is what has been found that is effective and should be practiced even in the 21st century classroom at this moment. So then independent practice, that is when students apply what they've learned autonomously to consolidate their understanding. Very, very important. And this is independent. You've provided scaffolding through the various steps before coming to that independent practice. So students have been helped along the road and now they're expected to work independently because for exam purpose, scaffoldings are not provided in the exam also, the essence for the independent practice. And from the results of you give feedback and then you'll be able to help those who did not meet the minimum that's required for that and help them and go. So no child is left behind. Then you should have a weekly and monthly review. That is where retrieval practice. There should be every time there should be retrieval practice. Every given time there should be retrieval practice. From weekly practice on what has been learned that week, from daily practice, what was learned in class that day, checking prior knowledge, what has been taught before, checking what has been done within the week. Then at the end of the month, you have taught a complete lesson. Assess students on that lesson. This is, so students are constantly reviewing material consistently. And so these are the 7 principles of instruction that when applied in designing lesson, you have an effective lesson. Now, these 10 principles have been broken down into 4 strands. And if we have the time, the next time, we may look into. So we're not going to the four strands, but I'll mention the four strands. The first strand is sequencing and concept and modeling. So we're going to arrange each of these 10 into the four strands, and we'll pick each strand and use it to create learning resources. There's the questioning strand, there is the reviewing material strand, and then the strand where we have the practice. These are the four strands that we have broken that 10 principles into. So the sequencing, concept and modeling, the questioning strand, the reviewing material strand, and then the practice strand, the stage of practice strand. So you can do this later on to test your understanding, and this is individual activity. Take an upcoming lesson, redesign it, incorporating at least 5 Rosenstein's principles. Use it. Now, I'll provide a planning template. I'll send it to Ms. B in the course of after this, so that you can incorporate that when design was.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think this is where I'm going to end my training, because we spend most of the time.
Mr. Emmanuel, you have given us this work you have given to us is so much. Wow, this is so good. At this point, I'm wondering if I'm even planning my lessons right. I'm checking myself again if I'm actually planning my lessons right. And everything you've said here is really important. Trust me, it's really important. I love the part where you talked about. I love the part where you talked about the lesson, giving different type of tests, the independent tax, the general tax, and all of that, like the general analysis or the tests where all of them have to work together. I love that part very well, because sometimes in a class, if you're handling a group class, you have different type of learner. You have the high learners, the low learners, and all of that. So the way you structure a lesson determines how well you can carry everyone along, which is very important, right? And I must say that what you have said here is rich. I'm sure that 50% of us here cannot understand everything you have said here unless we come back to rewatch this video and understand it. So we're looking forward to getting the templates you are going to be sharing. Again, I'm going to
sorry, actually we're supposed to have like the planning process real from the beginning, how to do the planning, but because of time, how to use generative AI to the planning, how to prepare the presentation and bring materials from that into OneNote. But that will be for another time. I'll be able to achieve that.
We have see what we're going to do, please. That's what we're looking forward to, right? That's what I am also looking forward to. I want to see how you use AI, because you are one person that I know that you have explored the AI space to an extent, right? You're still learning it, but you are doing it so good. So I would want you to maybe, even if it's in like 10-15 minutes, I'm sure everyone is going to agree with me. Please, if you agree with me, send it in the chat. So yes, please, I'm sure you all agree with me. Mr. Emmanuel, even if it's for 10-20 minutes, sure, let's see the kind of prompt you use. Let's see how you generate these things using AI, because I know that we must not stress ourselves anymore, right? So please go ahead. I'm going to 10-20 minutes is fine. The life can end around 8, I don't mind, but let's just see. I want you to give us some practical steps. You've given us the theoretical step, just like you said you usually give practicals. Please give us practical steps. Let's see step by step. I hope you don't mind though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me know. But so everyone agrees that let's just do this. Okay, sir, go ahead.
All right, so let me get that ready. So I use Gemini.
That was Gemini guy.
Oh, what do they
and
call
Nano
it?
Banana.
Gemini. Some call it Gemini.
Gemini, yes, Gemini and Nano Banana are the ones that are everywhere.
Now, Gemini they have the Gemini for education. So it's specifically designed for educators. If you can go through that, Gemini for education, that's very, very rich. I'll be sharing my screen to that, please. Okay. So this is my Gemini. Now, I created this gem. This gem is for lesson planning. This is my own. I created this gem. So anytime I want to plan lesson, I just come and it's using adaptive teaching and then some of the principle from within Shine. Let's say I want to prepare. Now, one way that I love to use planning the lesson is writing a lesson plan, because lesson plan is quite different from the PowerPoint presentation you will use in the classroom. So one thing I love doing is to get my presentations first, the PowerPoint. I can upload it here and then prompt the AI to use that presentation and design a plan for me, a lesson plan. So, and one place we can get this presentation is from the HOAC National Academy. I use that very well. They have one of the best resources online to teach all subjects you want. So I'm going to, I think I have some downloaded. Let me see if I have any of those ones. These are
Please, while he's doing this, if you have questions based on the one he has taught, please go ahead and drop your questions in the chat so he can answer them. Based on all that he has said, if there's any term he used that you did not understand, scaffolding, I know that some of you did not know that one. If you don't know what it is, please ask questions. So if he said anything that looks too big for you, please go ahead and ask. He's going to explain, okay? All right, go ahead, sir. Have you seen what you're looking for?
Okay, I'm looking for a PDF. I don't want to go back and download it. Oh, PowerPoint, let me see the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Okay, this is a zip file. I wanted the PDF file, but a PowerPoint file. So I'm going to write design a lesson plan on the
Sorry, Mr. Emmanuel, where did you
SUC.
get the PDF from? Is it an
Yeah, it's
already
already on
downloaded
my,
PDF file?
yeah,
Is it an
but
already downloaded PDF file?
yeah, it is. But let me take
Okay.
everyone, let me reshare, let me take everyone to where they can get those resources from.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So this is SWAC National Academy. And see, I've opened this before because I still take English. Now, this is SWAC National Academy. From early years resources, you have all of them here. And from key stage, for key stage 1, key stage 2, key stage 3, and key stage 4. Let me take something on key stage 3. So let me take a science lesson. Okay, so this is a science lesson here. So let's say on cell for year 7. Okay, so I can download all of this. There are 7 lessons on that cell. The first is the common process of living organism. So let me. Okay, so let's look at the animal cell structure. So you can see this is the slide here. You can download all of these slides. So it will open as a zip file. So it's downloading. So let me go back. If as soon as it's finished, we'll come back. I will open it now. But you can see the slide from this page as it is, and you can move through it. So this is keywords, and then the definition of those keywords. So these are the outline for the lesson, cells in 3D, common structures of animal cell, functions of animal cells. So it begins with these coming one after the other. So I'm just exploring that slide, the network. So let me search this open. Okay, it's still downloading. So this is presenting the cell in 2D, 3D, 2D, 3D. And so there is always, what I like SWAC Academy is every concept, there are questions in between concepts to test. And this is very effective for online class when taking group classes. So this is a question based on what I've been discussed so far. Which of the best the student answer, and the answer is provided immediately. Like this. So this is a task. Now, this is the task I upload on OneNote, mostly. Now, okay, I think I'll just have to go through how I prepare my lessons more from this. Now, if I go back to this place, this is lesson detail. Now, I don't want to overload things on my OneNote. So what I do is I screenshot these key learning points to this keyword and put it on OneNote. So these are the key learning points. I'm going to use this slide to teach, but this is what will be on OneNote in case any want to just get ideas quickly from the. So these are the key learning points for the child, and these are the definition, the keywords in that lesson. That's what I'll just screenshot and put on OneNote. Then if I open, okay, this has downloaded. So I'm going to share my screen again to this download. Now let's open, this is what was downloaded. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, we can.
So now this download.
Yes, we can, we can.
Okay, thank you. It's just for that lesson. It has my starter quiz. So this is the starter activity I'm going to give at the beginning of the class. As students get into the class, they're already working on this starter activity. And one important thing, if you're teaching a physical class or online class, especially group class, and even your one-on-one class, build classroom routines that students will be so familiar with. When a child enters your class, let the child know that as I enter this class, this is what I'm supposed to start doing. After, these are routines that manages the behavior of students in the class. For example, this is already on every child's OneNote before class begins. As they log into the class, if it's a routine that they are already familiar, as they enter, they know that even without the teacher instruction, that I'm expected to do the starter activity within 5 minutes before class begins. This is the student will get far. If you use, that's why consistency matters, very important. As they get to see, they're already working on it. And this is from the starter activity that get to settle misconception before moving to the main content of the day. So let's open what we have in this starter activity. I'm exploring each of them so that we'll see it before going to create a lesson. So this, I'm sharing my screen. So this is the starter activity. Yeah. So these are there are just 5 to 6 questions, and students are expected to do this in 5 minutes maximum.
5 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes maximum. The short questions. Starter activities should not be the one that will make the student think too much and then discourage them from learning. There are short questions just for retrieval practice. They are just checking for prior knowledge, the important key points that they're supposed to know. Like this, what are all living organisms made of? But we are dealing with cell today, right? The cell is on cell, but they should know that what living things are made of before we even get
into
cells in depth in the lesson. Most cells are too small to see. It's not that they don't know anything about cell in their primary school. This is key stage 3, year 7. In primary 6, primary 5, they've been taught cell. That is why the teacher's knowledge of the curriculum and scheme of work for each class is important. You should know what students are supposed to know in the primary school. If you are taking a year 7 class, what are these topics that they're supposed to have known? You test those topics that are required for a particular lesson as your prior knowledge in the starter activity. Then these are they've already, so this is are ready to use resources. OAC National Academy is free. Every resources there is free. They are not paying for anything. It contains the PowerPoint, it contains the starter activity, it contains the main worksheet for what you are doing in class, and it contains exit questions. The exit question are the questions that there are also short questions like the starter activity, but that one summarized will test the student understanding of everything that they've done in the class. Right? So
okay, so Emmanuel, someone is asking that do you put only worksheets on the OneNote, or because you said something about putting the keywords on the OneNote. So did you only?
Okay, let me do something. My notebook. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen to OneNote. This is my OneNote. Let's do a practice session on OneNote. I didn't prepare for this, but because of arrangement, let's see. So I'm teaching, let me say this is maths. Let me just say maths lesson. No, what we are doing is biology, right? So let me say science.
Biology, yeah. Science.
Let's say science, key stage. So yeah, I'm giving the title on cell, specifically animal cell. I'm just doing this quickly. Animal cell because of time. Animal cell. If you want to design, then I put my view to rule the line. So I can put color if you want. I don't like this. If you just anything you want, just do it here. It's left for this color. I don't like it, but I'll just leave it like this. Now, the topic is here. The first thing I do, I'll go back to that work National Academy so that you see what I'm doing. So this is practical section. So now, this is the first thing I'm going to do. I will go to the first part of this slide. Now, this first part, I believe everyone is seeing this.
Yes, we can see this.
So this first part that has the outcome, sometimes I may just screenshot just the topic, make it fine. So just your Windows Shift S will bring this. I select the part I want to screenshot. Then I'll go back. I'm on OneNote now. I'll just screenshot, paste the topic here. And maybe I'll turn it into picture so that no student can delete it in class by mistake. So this is the topic. I'm going back to WAC National Academy now. Now,
okay, so you just went there, you took the topic first, you came to drop it.
Yeah.
Then you will now you now went back to National Academy again.
Yeah, I'll screenshot the outcome. Let's let them know what they need to know at the end of the lesson. So you are going to access based on that outcome. So this is the learning outcome on their OneNote. Identify common structures of animal cell. So can every student in the class do this? I can identify common structure of animal and describe this, what the structure do. These are just the two outcomes, identify and describe. If you look at Bloom's taxonomy, you'll check some of these action words like identify, recall, describe. Those are very important when doing outcomes and your lesson plan. Very, very important. Then the next thing, let me go back to the OAC National. I'm switching between tabs. So the next thing I'll copy is, remember, we want to reduce cognitive load on the students. So we're not putting too much things on OneNote so they can focus on the main thing. The major, they learn, most students don't even go back to the OneNote after the lesson. So the major focus learning happens when you are delivering the content. So I'm going to screenshot this key learning part. And I think I want to get everything at once. So I'm going to reduce my screen. I'll zoom in, then screenshot again. This key learning objective. That's my own strategy. If you have your strategy, that's what I do to reduce cognitive load on the children. So I copy.
So, sir, you do this for every lesson. So you do this for all your lessons.
Yeah.
Okay.
All my lessons.
Okay.
For my group class, if I'm taking a group class, I create just one, and there's a way I can distribute it for my students after creating for every student. So the next thing is the starter activity.
This is premium info, step-by-step guide.
So I'm going back
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Welcome. So now
The starter activity.
document, the document we downloaded is in zip file. It depends on the OneNote you are using. So on OneNote, you can copy and paste. Some, it will not work if you copy and paste. So what I do, like this, my laptop, I can't do copy and paste. I have another laptop, that one I can copy and paste it, but this particular one, I can open it here. I'll like this place that I've opened it, it's already opened here. I'll just do Control P and print it. But if I'm printing it, you can see OneNote has been selected here, right? Card here, OneNote. Before you print it, make sure you are on your, let me go back to OneNote. If you're on OneNote, make sure your cursor is on where you want it to print. So I'm printing it under here. I'll make sure my cursor is there and I click that part and then go back to that place I'm printing. Then I'll click on print. Make sure OneNote is selected. Click on print. It will, if I go back to my OneNote, I'll see it there on my OneNote. This is it.
Okay, wait, Mr. Emmanuel, don't be angry. Sorry, I need to ask a question. I'm sorry. What you did was you went to the zip file, you opened the zip file, right? And then you clicked on Control P.
No.
Okay, and then you now printed it.
No, when you open the zip file, you click that particular document and open maybe in your browser or in any of. Then on the browser, you click Control P. That's for those who cannot print it because it's already on a zip file. Another option, which I don't like using because of too much time that would take, is I will extract them from the zip. So I'll extract them.
Zip file, yeah.
I'll extract everything and maybe save them in, maybe let me put a place. Where will I put this? Okay, let me put it on iSchool resources. Let me open that. This is year 7. Okay, I'll put it on year 7. I don't have biology folder yet, so I can just create a folder there. Call it.
Okay, this is you extracting them now.
Yes. So I've created a folder, and then maybe I click OK. It will extract it to that place. So let me search my. Let me open there and see document, desktop, iSchool resources. Then yeah, biology. Okay, I've seen it. So I'll open it now. This is where they've been extracted. So you can see biology. Yeah, right. I started it. So this is just the starter quiz. But I selected just one. I was supposed to do everything at once. So if I go back to the zip file, I selected the starter quiz. That's why only one was extracted, but I'm supposed to extract all of them. So everything, extract and replace file, desktop, iSchool resources, biology. Okay. Then yes, yeah. So let me go back to biology. So everything is here now. So if we go back to Zoom, it's already extracted. So if we want to use this approach, I prefer the copy. Anything you send to your OneNote, always now click Control A to select or right click. Now set picture as background. If you do that, student can type on that document. without deleting. They can type on anyone, write on it without deleting it by mistake. Always ensure to do that. If you don't do that, your one student may just by mistake delete everything. So always do that. So the other this thing is to use some people, it may not work. So let me see. Go to the insert, select file, printout, file printout. Then you go to the folder where it is.
And print it out from there.
And print it out from there. This is long for me. I prefer that copy and paste. So this is it.
Yeah.
So let me put the worksheets, because that's the next thing I want to put. The worksheet questions. This is it. Insert it. See, it didn't work for mine. So that's why I do. But if your laptop will work for it, it didn't work. So I prefer I open it and paste it. So this is the starter activity. The next thing I'm going to put is the main worksheet for the class. So let me open it on my browser, which is the one that is working for this particular system now. Also, that's all these things. I got to know them by trying. So you try things, you get to know them. If I try this, it didn't work, I look for another way. Try until one works. Like that. So
okay, Mr. Emmanuel, someone is Mr. Sir Arenus is asking, please, will you do this on OneNote before the actual class?
Yes, this is your preparation stage. You are preparing for the class. So this should be done before the class. The resource for this one this is just training. If you know where to get resources, it will not take you 5 to 10 minutes if you arrange your resources for the class. So it's taking time because I'm just trying to explain everything I'm doing. If I'm the one doing something, I come back from work, maybe 10 minutes to class. Before I'll start the class, before the child gets into the class, I've arranged everything on OneNote before the child gets into the class. So I'm opening the worksheet now. There's answers are there. The starter, the answer is there. The worksheet, as you can see from this is exit quiz. This is the answer. This slide deck is the PowerPoint. These are the starter quiz questions and answers. This is the worksheet answers. These are the worksheet questions. So like this, I think we'll fast spend the time. What I wanted to do is the lesson planning, but this one is already part of the lesson planning also.
Planning as well, yes.
Yeah. So Ms. B, it's like we'll need another time.
Yes.
To fully explore this,
Okay,
so that much things will not be done at once.
Done, and then everybody will not forget. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so for maybe subsequent one, we're going to look at how to actually use the AI or Gemini to plan our lessons, right? Yes. So that's another thing. So, Mr. Emmanuel, you are owing us one class. You're owing us one class. Someone even said, I will need to rewatch this video again. Actually, yes, you will need to rewatch the video again. Mr. Emmanuel has bombarded us with a lot. I just learned something new. Let me tell you, Mr. Emmanuel, let me tell you the truth. Whenever I use Oak Academy, I usually download the zip file. I will now extract all of them, maybe put it on my desktop, like extract all of them to my desktop. Then I can now do reset file print out on my OneNote. So the process is usually long, and I get tired sometimes when I go to Oak Academy because I didn't know an easy way, but you just taught me something. So I will just go there, do Control P. It's on my OneNote. I'm going to try that this night. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, for sharing that wonderful idea with me. Learning is easy, right? So we learn every day. We learn every day. I'm sure everyone has learned something today. Please, if you have a question before Mr. Emmanuel goes, please go ahead, drop your question. Leave a question for him in 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I'm going to tell him he can go, and then I'll just round up everything. But Mr. Emmanuel, I really want to appreciate all you have said today. Even I am going to come back and watch this video because there are a lot of things you said right from the beginning when you talked about the things that should be in the thing that should be in the OneNote. You talked about that by Dylan Williams. I studied psychology, funny enough, but I'm not sure the name is, I'm conversant with the name, I'm not sure. So I'm going to check again. I know that most of the time we use Bloom's taxonomy and all those things. So I'm going to check again and then work on all of these things that we have you've told us today. And trust me, I'm really, really excited. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you. So please just know that we are coming back to meet you, or I am coming back to meet you, because you are owing us how to use AI to design our lesson plans. That's something that I'm also looking forward to learning, because sometimes we don't know how to give the right prompts that will give us what we're looking for, right? So we don't know how to use the right prompts. Of course, are always on ChatGPT, but we don't know how to use it because we are not giving the right prompt as it is. There was a time I gave a prompt, and then Gemini, okay, it was my friend actually that gave a prompt, and Gemini we gave her an answer. She was like, no, this is not the answer I'm giving to you. And Gemini replied, you're not giving me the right prompt. So give me the right prompt. It was hilarious when she said it, when she showed me. So we need to learn how to do that as well. So Mr. Emmanuel, thank you so much. Please, if you're here, you've watched to this point, some people are still here. We have a look. Yes, Sarina says, please, I need more ideas on teaching mathematics online, especially topics like construction and graph. Please, Mr. Emmanuel, can you help me out? Thank you. So, Mr. Emmanuel, please, can you share sites where you can teach this type of topics with him?
Construction online is another training on its own, but we have tools. You can go and explore some tools. It's another training on its own because it's how to use the tools effectively. It's another thing. So, Ms. B, so
okay, so
much training for you within a year. Nice.
Because that is field. So maybe you do a paid, his lessons, his training, they're not free. So please take note of that. So if you really need, trust me, he's really good at what he does. Like I said, he's my mentor or he's my coach. So if you really want to learn this, please just reach out to me on my bio. You will see my information. And then I'm also I'll share his contact with you so that you can reach him. But trust me, it's not free, please. It's not free. It's paid, but you take it as an investment, right? Take it as an investment. So I will connect you to Mr. Emmanuel if you really want to learn all of those things. Like he said, it has to do with knowing how to use the right tools. Okay. Amazing Teacher says this lecture is loaded. Yes, very loaded. You have to come back. Trust me, if you are here, you have to come back again to this video to watch it. So once we are done, I'm going to make the video public so you can come back to watch it. Mr. Emmanuel, thank you so much. I'm really grateful we were able to pull this off. Trust me, I had anxiety because I didn't know how we're going to. I learned how to use the Zoom today in church. I learned how to use Zoom on YouTube today in church. While live service was going on, I asked the Holy Spirit, I was like, Lord, help me. I need to be able to do this thing. And I went to StreamYard. I saw the way StreamYard was. I was like, no, I don't want to use StreamYard. And then the thing came to my head, why don't you use Zoom? And immediately I went to my Zoom, I checked, and then I saw share on YouTube. I was like, wow. So, like I said, we learn every day. We are learning every day, and I'm so glad that we're able to do this. So please, I will relate so that you tell me when you're free again for us to do that one. Could be this month, could be next month. I don't want to overburden you, but please let me know. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being here today. Zinu Kama said, thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, for this power-packed lesson.
Thank you.
She said, for this power-packed. So thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. So let's try to. This is what we are called to do, right? To help others when they need. So Sarina says, thank you so much. All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. I'm still saying I'm so grateful. I had anxiety trying to pull this off today, but I'm thanking God that it went well. And you've shared a lot of resources with us, and we're going to explore them. So with this, I'm going to bid Mr. Emmanuel good night. Please, people should not go. I have one more thing. Please, if you, Mr. Emmanuel, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so if you're still here on the live stream, I hope you've learned a lot. Mr. Emmanuel has given us a lot of things that I encourage you to come back, and I will encourage you to come back to this live stream again and watch it. Trust me, you need to come back and watch it. Again, my ebook is there. If you're new to online tutoring, you don't know what to do, please get my ebook. It's just it's very cheap, okay? Get my ebook. It's going to give you a guide. It's a guide to whatever it is that you think you want to do. You might not have the tools and everything inside, but if you want to learn the tools and all of that, please, you have to, you want to learn the tools, you have to reach out to me for that. Please, if you use the OneNote, are you still going to use the PPT as well? Yes. The PowerPoint is to teach. You use the PowerPoint to teach. The OneNote is where you have just maybe the keynotes and then their worksheets. The OneNote is where you used to do the assessment. So the PowerPoint is to teach the students, right? So when you're teaching, when you display your slides, just like Mr. Emmanuel was displaying his slide, he used the slide to teach us, right? But the OneNote, when you're done teaching with the slide, that's the PowerPoint, you now tell them, okay, they should go to their OneNote to do the activity, and that's where they will go ahead, do the activity, the starter activity, the main activity for you, and all of that. That's where you're going to see them use it. So please, I'm sure, I hope that answers your question, sir. I hope that answers your question. So the OneNote is where they do the activity. You can mark on it. When they're done doing the activity, you mark on the OneNote, and you give instant feedback. That was one thing that Mr. Emmanuel talked about, giving instant feedback. And using an interactive whiteboard is where you can actually make that happen. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I'm ecstatic, I'm elated. We were able to pull this through. Mr. Emmanuel is coming back again. I'm going to make sure of it. In fact, I'm going to disturb him in his DM. Like, please come back and teach us how to use AI to plan our lessons, okay? So you have seen him give us theory, give us practical about everything as well. Please, if you have any question before we go, please go ahead, drop your questions for me. Concerning the OneNote, concerning slide, this place he went to was Oak National Academy. That's where he said there are free resources there as well. Other places I know they are paid, but if you have a group of teachers, I'm trying to create a community where a group of teachers can come together, put their money together and pay for resources. And it's going to be cheaper. It's cheaper, but you have access to these resources, right? So once I create that community, I'm going to let everyone know, so everyone can join. It's going to be a WhatsApp community. I'm thinking if it's going to be a WhatsApp or Telegram, but maybe we'll get to know that. So if you're a maths teacher, you're looking for further training with Mr. Emmanuel, please let me know. On my bio, you're going to see my information. In my bio, you're going to see my information. Click on my on the bio, you see my WhatsApp number there, so you can reach out to me and then I connect you to Mr. Emmanuel. Like I said, his sessions are not free, but trust me, whatever he teaches you, you're going to use it for a very long time. Like I said, he was the one that taught the company I'm working with, is the one that taught all of us, like the whole company, how to use OneNote. We didn't know how to use it. Then we were using Google Jamboard. And then when Google said they wanted to wipe it out, that was when we now reached out to him, and then he came to teach us how to use the OneNote. So like I said, I just learned something new this night. I'm going to explore it this night. Okay, Zara said, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. We do not take this for granted. Yes, so Mr. Emmanuel, we're not taking this for granted. I'm so excited. I learned some very new things. All my years of teaching online, I didn't even know them. Okay, so I've learned some things. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's live stream. I'm going to see you again. Next week, I'm going to have another live by myself, not with anybody, but we're going to be talking about some interesting things that has to do with online learning. If you're new to online teaching, remember, I'm big on new teachers because I want to see you grow. Okay, that's money you're taking for physical classroom. I want you to add something to it as well. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you all in my next live video. Please buy my book if you've not bought it. Reach out to me if you need extra further assistance on how to use the tools. I'm going to still share some this week. I think this week I'm going to drop a video on how to use Google Meet. I've dropped on Zoom. I'm going to drop a video on how to use Google Meet so that you have different platforms that you can explore. And then later I do for VOOV. Okay, see, I'm interested in your growth. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you in our next live stream this week. So look out for premium content, and please share to your friends. If you're in a school, share my channel to them. Someone might get interested, and it's going to be a turnaround for the person. Amazing teacher, Miss Blessing, you're a blessing. Yes, as my name implies, just like my mom always says, just like your name is, that's who you're going to be. So I'm a blessing. Thank you so much, amazing teacher, for that wonderful comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for watching. Miss Naomi, I don't know if you're still here. So Harenos, thank you so much. Zara Made, you guys made this live stream very interesting for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zin. Zin is eating money. Please bill her. Bloom Unilag, thank you so much. Chukwudima, thank you so much for joining. Temitope, thank you so much. Temitope, thank you so much. I really appreciate. I don't take anybody's presence here for granted. And I'll see you in my next live stream. Bye, everyone.